Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ready to get mayhemmy with you. I am here with, did it give the right intro? I feel like I meshed. Okay, sure. Also with me from Beacon, New York, it is the maddest of Mikes.
And if you look in the background of my shot, you'll see a QR code somewhere. No, that's not real.
I stopped to look for it. Why are we? What? What's happening?
Why did I stop? No,
I stopped to look for it.
That's what they did on Raw.
Oh, when did they do that?
Oh, Sorg, did you miss the QR code?
I was doing a lot of work.
Yes, that's
during
true.
the show tonight.
So
the show looked like it was great, but I had a lot of work. I got a flight later this week, and I got no time.
So Sorg, let me tell you about the rabbits.
The rabbits? Wait.
Let me tell you about the rabbits.
I thought that was a Lucha Underground thing.
It might still be.
What? Wait, what?
Let me tell you about the rabbits, Sorg. So, apparently, starting during the commercial break on SmackDown, they started playing this song called White Rabbit. I forget who it's by. Forget who it's by. I'm not gonna look it up.
Okay, is that why there were comments about Logan Paul and the White Rabbit then? Okay. Oh,
no.
I saw a tweet about something like this.
Has nothing to do with Logan Paul.
No, but they were making a joke. I don't know.
Yeah. So they play the song White Rabbit. They mess around with the lights a little bit. They did this also apparently on the weekend house shows as well. And during Raw tonight, there was a QR code during the Theory and Kevin Owens match. And the QR code led to a video of someone playing Hangman. In fact, you know what? We should probably... I mean, I know we can't play it, but if I can find it, I kind of want your live reaction to it, Sorg.
Oh, okay. I guess so. Where are we putting this?
Let's see.
Don't put it in the Zoom.
I'm trying to find a tweet that... I'm gonna put it in the Facebook chat.
Is this like when Chris Jericho came back that one time?
Oh,
okay.
It's on WWE.
Facebook
it's on
chat.
WWE.com/comewithme.
All right, we're gonna load this up on my phone.
Yep. I want to see.
Okay,
I want to see Sorg's live
feed
reaction.
Your head. Oh, okay. That's. Oh, I think it's buffering, or is it? Is there supposed to be sound?
Yes, there is sound.
Oh, I think I missed.
But the sound is just creepy sound.
I think I crashed this. I think we crashed it. I don't know what's happening.
Oh no.
How can I get to a browser? It's loading in the thing and it's not working well. Who killed the world? Oh shit.
Yep.
You mean the WWE the world in Times Square?
Just watch.
Okay. Well, no, I'm trying to, but it's not going past that.
Oh, okay. It's not going?
No, it's not going. I think it's
Do you see the Hangman thing?
See the Hangman. Okay, it's coming up now. Yeah, okay, there's Hangman, something O and DD. Okay. Todd? No. What's happening? This is weird. Who's ooded? You did. Who killed the world? You did. Oh no. Oh no. I hope this is Paul London.
Okay.
9:23.
Okay.
That is Friday?
Okay, yes, that is Friday. So there's a bunch of things to pull from this. First of all, also at 9:23 tonight on Raw, the QR code showed up again.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit of a double entendre thing. Now,
I don't think that means what you think it means.
No, it can mean a whole bunch of different things.
Okay.
Because someone also pointed out the first 5 letters that they picked for the Hangman game spells demon.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That could mean a whole bunch of things.
Okay.
It could mean a new character for Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
It could mean the Kiss Demon.
Yes, please.
It could.
It could.
It could mean a whole bunch of things. I personally think it's Karrion Kross. I think it's Karrion Kross because there's an hourglass on the screen. The time at the end, it goes by tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and Karrion Kross has been doing creepy promos all in black and white. Like he's been doing black and white promos backstage, and Drew McIntyre called him out last week. So I think this is all Karrion Kross, and I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed thinking that it's Bray Wyatt. Now, the reason I think it's Karrion Kross, the other reason I think, is because what you said before, Sorg. Do you remember who the White Rabbit was in Lucha Underground?
Paul London.
Karrion Kross.
Oh, it was.
It was Killer Kross.
Yeah.
The White Rabbit.
Oh.
Paul London was a member of the Rabbit tribe.
Yes.
They worship Killer Kross.
Oh.
So that's why I truly do think, like, if we're reaching back to Lucha Underground references, then Triple H is thinking Galaxy Mind right here, and I am here for it, and I am waiting for Wade Barrett to be the big boss of everything evil in the company.
I would love it, man. You're painting a wonderful tapestry for me.
The ultimate bad news.
I do not believe any of that's going to happen.
No, I think the Karrion Kross thing is very real. I think this whole thing is Karrion Kross. It's going to be him attacking Drew McIntyre. Like,
okay, let's roll this back a minute. Why would you do this mystery thing with somebody who's already being presented?
Because he isn't really being presented as a character. He's being presented as a guy who didn't work here. Now he does.
It's not being. Have you watched his promos on SmackDown?
Yeah, but
I know the answer to that.
But you could take it in a darker tone.
Okay.
Now, the reason I don't think it's Bray Wyatt is because right now, if it is Bray Wyatt, everyone on SmackDown is kind of occupied at this point. With the exception of, like, Braun Strowman, and even he's feuding with Alpha Academy.
Okay.
I don't think it's Bray Wyatt.
I don't consider that a feud.
Okay, but
that's somebody for him to chew on for a few weeks until we get him into his feud.
But Braun Strowman's also someone that's trying to be built up.
Yeah,
you're not gonna feed him right.
We're being reminded who Braun Strowman is right now.
Yeah, you're not gonna feed him right to a Bray Wyatt. So I don't think it's going to be Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt will eventually make his return, and I think it could be at Crown Jewel. Like after Roman smashes and stacks Logan Paul back to TikTok land or whatever, I think Bray Wyatt shows up there. That's what I'm thinking. Then you get, whatever you're gonna get from that. But I think this is Karrion Kross, and I think it's very well done. I think it's very well executed, and if it gives Karrion Kross back to the darker tone that he had in NXT a little bit, as opposed to just menacing leather daddy with a hot wife.
Menacing leather daddy with a hot wife. Show
it's
title.
It's a gimmick a lot of people have.
Show title.
Yeah. But like I think it's Karrion Kross. I'm still excited for it. I'm excited for a darker version of Karrion Kross. I think that could be very cool. Especially, it takes Drew away from the whole Roman situation, and we can revisit it later if we want to, or we don't have to.
Okay.
But yeah, so I figure we'd start off talking about that because it was some fun speculation on the Twitters.
All right. Well, part of that, Tina says in the chat room to go to Scarborough TWTC on Twitter for clues, and I think we're talking about this image, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. All right. And this account is it's a lot of art. It's definitely there's Cross. Okay, there's Cross. I don't know. This is somebody that I think just draws people.
Yeah, like I still think
cool.
It's Karrion Kross.
It's very cool. But
he's like a dark Rob Shamburn.
Yeah, really. The background, if those don't know Rob, he's the one that does. If you ever see the very cool, like colorful paintings, like kind of rough paintings, I guess.
Like the ones that all look like they're from NXT 2.0.
Yeah, like they're really yeah, but it was better than that. But
better than that, but color palette wise,
they've been T-shirts, they've been jackets, there's been all kinds of stuff like that. We interviewed him on the show, and he does he independently does all this for WWE apparently. But yeah, and I saw he's going backstage at Raw again, and I don't think he has for a while, like since the pandemic and stuff. So there's a little bit of Fiend in there too. So I don't know what the connection is here otherwise, but
well, it could, and hell, it could be that Karrion Kross and Bray Wyatt are going to be a unit.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely possible.
Wouldn't that be something?
Karrion Kross could be the harbinger of bringing back Bray Wyatt, which would be fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bray was mostly a solo act when he was doing his more occult stuff, and we could see a resurgence of a Wyatt family type of thing. Like, I'd be all for that. Like Bray Wyatt, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett as the new Wyatt family. Sure, sign me the fuck up. I'm all in. But, it could be any number of things. I think it's going to be Karrion Kross, and we're going to find out on Friday.
Can we talk about how there's been some pretty crazy announcements? And I want to get this out of you because you're not going to be on the show tomorrow.
Hold on. The crazy announcement, you ready?
Yeah.
War Games!
I feel like I needed more stretched out, but okay. All right.
Survivor Series. That's how Regal says it.
Survivor Series is going to be War Games.
Ooh,
holy crap! We don't have a match lined up, but we know it will happen.
And from what the interview told, it's not going to be straight Raw versus SmackDown. It's going to be storyline driven.
Good. That would, come on. Like, the War Games is going to be that? Come on.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind a War Games Raw versus SmackDown. Wouldn't be mad at it because both of it, you can have, because then you don't need to, pick teams. You can just pick the 5 best from Raw and the 5 best from
SmackDown. though, there's some good women's factions kind of building right now, aren't there?
This is what I'm saying. But yeah,
and you got Judgment Day, and you got a lot you could do there. There's at least some 3-man factions. You can flesh them out with some allies. Right?
Well, I mean, I feel like the men's war team is going to be who's facing the Bloodline.
Yeah,
that's what I'm assuming.
That which I'm completely in for, So I mean, I don't even mind if they'd go a full 5-on-5 with Sammy and Solo in there.
Oh, I assume, and oh god, if Sammy and Jey Uso are the last 2 people in the cage, and Sammy pulls a Dakota Kai, and just gives him a hell of a kick,
wouldn't that be? Yeah.
Oh my god, I would lose my fucking gourd.
So not even that. Not only that. We also had announced another NXT staple tonight. I don't know if you caught. Fight Pit.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Okay.
It's Matt Riddle. It's
okay.
Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle in an Extreme Rules match. Gonna be a Fight Pit.
Was it him that took on Thatcher?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to remember. I knew Thatcher was one guy in it. So, and I think I was out of NXT for a little bit and just getting back into it.
Angle was the referee if I remember correctly.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Just bring it back. Yeah, you got fuzzier when you did whatever you did, by the way. We got Cloudy Mike, fix that lens, wipe that lens, Mike in the dark. There we go. There you go. Full zoom quality.
Full zoom
webcam quality right there.
Hey, I can't buy another webcam.
Well, you know what? Well, if we're doing well at the Patreon, maybe we'll find something in the budget to send you something new. I mean, you look fine, but we could make it. Listen, we need to give you. I don't know if you've seen Awesome Cast lately, but Chilla has Chilla's experiment. Actually, maybe Chilla will have an extra webcam since he experiments and cycles them out every once in a while. He has some kind of 4K webcam that follows him. So when he like goes and leans over to get something, it like kind of like kind of steps over and follows him. And supposedly,
that's terrifying.
if he like I want to show you this iPhone, it'll do a picture-in-picture to show the item he's holding.
Oh, that's terrifying.
So we need to give you that.
I don't know if I.
But it'll be so great when you're showing off your Legos.
I guess that's true.
I don't know. He went through a thing where he did like 3 or 4 like new 4K webcams that he was testing, because that's what he does, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the cool stuff I have around here is like I have a VR helmet because he gave me his Samsung, and then he gave me a newer Samsung, so that's why I only have like the phone VR Gear VR thing from Samsung. But anyways,
were you ever able to watch a wrestling match on that?
Oh, when they did the when they were doing the VR thing, yes. Yeah. Like when they did like whatever the company was that WWE was using that also did NBA. Oh yeah, I definitely watched it. You don't watch a full match. We talked about this. Yeah.
It was weird. I liked it, but it was weird.
It was a cool experiment because it was like parts of matches from like maybe SummerSlam just happened and it's like
I know Money in the Bank was one of them.
Yeah,
so I remember doing that.
They didn't do it for very long. No. But it was it was an experiment, pushing things forward, and WWE's been very good about that. Look at the crazy 3D thing they do now with all the, in the floaty robots and 50-foot tall Roman Reigns and stuff. It's come a long way, and it's not like quite as annoying. It's really kind of settled in, hasn't it? But it's also everywhere, So, but hey, the whole point of WWE is to be a spectacle. So, speaking of spectacles. There was a press conference over the weekend.
Oh, there sure was.
Yes. Oh, you seem happier about this than I thought you'd be.
Oh, no. See, so, all right. Well, talk about what happened first, and I'll explain why I'm happy.
So, they teased this. Apparently, Logan Paul had Roman on his podcast. Roman left, and he was like, I could take Roman. Showed up on SmackDown, had a confrontation with Heyman in the Bloodline. And all this stuff, and I think they did a match where he was ringside and stuff, right? So, what was it? So, what Sammy and Solo against somebody? Was that it, or was it? Solo?
It was
no, it was a title match, right? It was a North American title match.
Yeah, Solo was up against Madcap Moss.
Right, and everybody.
Sammy fought Ricochet,
and everybody was out there. So,
yeah.
And then they do the press conference, and he's going to take on Roman at Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel. So, in November, which then it's like okay. This makes sense, So anybody that's, I feel like we can be critical of it. Absolutely, we can be critical of the whole situation, like we always are when we come around the Crown Jewel time. Like absolutely, and but also I think we're at a point where it's expected something effing stupid is going to happen for this. That's going to be a giant spectacle, and that's what it is, and that's fine, and that's what the show is. Like you
kind of have to look at it like Elseworlds.
It really is an Elseworlds. Hi, let's bring back. It was like, listen, D-Generation X never reunited because it happened in the desert and nothing counts out there, right? Yeah,
and Goldberg eventually fought in a secret war and came back with the Universal title.
Is that what this is? Is this WWE Secret Wars?
Oh my God! Fuck, that's a better name than Crown Jewel.
It's a better
WWE Secret Wars is a much better name for Crown Jewel.
WWE Secret Wars. Okay.
That's a much better name than Crown Jewel. Oh my God! And you know what the fucking Beyonder match was? The greatest Royal Rumble ever.
It really was. Mansoor. Oh boy, I kind of want him to do.
No, but like I'm okay. I'm okay with Logan Paul. Main eventing this.
Yes.
Because it's almost non-canon.
It really kind of is.
Like it's almost non-canon, and if you want eyes to that product,
yes,
that is a fucking way to do it, and you don't have to kill a Survivor Series or
no.
a TLC or a Royal Rumble or anything like that.
They're really stepping it in between, aren't they?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, fuck it. The next Saudi show after this, let's do Roman Reigns versus Bad Bunny. Let's just fucking
While we're here, White Bunny, White Rabbit, Bad Bunny, team up.
Oh my God, it's the return of Bad Bunny.
There you go. No, and I don't know about Logan Paul as the champion Wouldn't it be wild?
No,
But Logan
I
Paul
have a better shot of beating Roman Reigns than Logan Paul.
Yeah, but the fact of giving him a shot is like okay. But it's still he has proven himself. He is
in the
holy
match
crap.
fun.
The two matches he's had were phenomenal. So you don't. I mean, we can all kind of relatively agree there's no fathomed reality where Logan Paul walks away with these belts. But there is a reality that can be created in our heads where they'll make us think, "Oh my God, they might give him the belts." You know, that's promotion.
Sorg.
Whisper a little higher. I don't think we got that.
Money in the Bank.
Oh no.
No, Sorg. Hear me the fuck out on this one.
What, does Money in the Bank apply in the desert?
This is Mad Mike putting on his Booker gloves, grabbing the pencil, no eraser because we don't make mistakes, we improvise. So tonight on Raw, the saga of Johnny Gargano, Kevin Owens, and Theory continues surrounding the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think at Extreme Rules we have a 3-way match, maybe even a 3-way ladder match, given that it's Money in the Bank. And Kevin Owens is the one who ends up with the briefcase. Kevin Owens doesn't like reality TV people, does he? Kevin Owens also doesn't like Roman Reigns, does he? What if Kevin Owens pulls the second heist of the century, comes out during that match, pins Logan Paul, and takes one of those championships? That's it. That's the move. That's the move. Because then Logan Paul can say that he was part of the cause of one of Roman's title reigns ending.
Yes.
Kevin Owens gets a measure of revenge on Roman Reigns, and you can build that up to the December pay-per-view or the Royal Rumble, whichever you want to do. It separates the titles. And it gives you a cool Money in the Bank cash-in moment.
And there's been a working theory, dirt sheet backstagey theory, that they're trying to get the one belt off of Roman, but don't want him to lose.
Exactly. And the easiest way to do that is to do exactly what Rollins did years ago. And then we can even revisit Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins being friends again by saying, "Kevin, you did the thing that I did." I think every bit of it works.
Okay.
Every bit of it works. And then you can have Owens send Sammy after Kevin. And Sammy can be conflicted. And that can lead to
War Games.
There it is.
Okay, this is gonna be in my if Kevin, and I think it's happening. But think how many people are like calling out Roman's name right now, right? Like I've been trying to figure this out because like Kevin, right, is been talking about, hey, I haven't forgot about you, Roman. You owe me, a shot and stuff. And you got Drew that's mad because of what happened on his match, and he's rolling through the bloodline, And there's anybody else that Roman's put down in the last year, right, or 18 months or whatever. From the chat room, Tina in Seattle, just to play devil's advocate, the live audience might not know of Logan Paul. I feel like they wouldn't have.
They have TikTok.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like they wouldn't have booked him out there if they didn't know. At least the Prince. Prince? Is he a prince? Was it?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. King Prince, whatever he is. He at least knows who this is. Or else it wouldn't have happened. Yes, Panda Express. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Panda Express.
I didn't know if she's talking about Kevin Owens or her dinner just came. But anyways, it is dinner time out there probably. Anyways.
But yeah, Owens and Gargano are teaming next week.
Yes. Yes.
Against
Excited.
Alpha Academy. And that's going to be great.
Excited. Oh, a lot of Alexa Bliss and Bailey had a freaking fire match to end the show.
Banger.
What?
banger.
Yes.
Absolute banger.
It was fantastic. But no, the really good stuff. No, Raw is fun. Raw is definitely fun again, and it has a bunch of stuff to watch out for that I wasn't paying attention to.
I will say, I'm a little worried about Dominic.
I think Dominic is both in a good place and a bad place.
Yeah. Because he's given this really, like the bit that he had during the match with Ray, where he would like kneel in front of Ray and say like, "Take a shot, take a shot." That was great. That was all well and good. That was fantastic. When he was on the microphone, he needs some work.
Okay.
He needs some work. I think, and I said this on Twitter, I'm going to say it here now. I think if Dom is going to get booed that loudly or whatted, he needs to just throw out a really loud "excuse me." I think that's the move. Either that or have Rhea do it and make it even weirder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Which is weird because literally earlier tonight there was a big "excuse me" situation.
Yeah.
On Elevation. So.
No, I don't watch that.
Yes, but that's why I'm.
That's also non-canon.
Mike, I'm informing you, and actually, it's more canon than you think. But we're not having that discussion tonight. But they literally reset a match on Dynamite with something that happened on Dark.
Okay, so it has its own canon.
No, they took out Sheeta for that tag match last week to get replaced with Athena.
Okay.
That happened on Dark.
But they should have shown that on Dynamite.
They don't have time to show that on Dynamite.
They should make time for it.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what makes
next
them
week.
decide.
This week there are two-hour AEW shows.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how many women's matches are booked, Sorg?
Probably two.
Two.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
I mean, we had one tonight.
That's sad.
Didn't we have one women's match tonight?
Yeah, but the women were all over the show. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll go with that.
Rhea was all over the show. Damage Control had a big-ass segment in the middle of the show. They were highlighted. They were featured. They were advertised.
You know, I don't want to get into this, but I just want to throw this one thing out. Somebody was nice and put some numbers together for us, and we did determine in a side conversation I won't get into now, but I know I'm getting into it. AEW per produced hour does more women's wrestling than WWE.
Are we including NXT in that? Because I don't think that's true.
I am including NXT in that.
I really doubt that.
At least in that week it was.
Okay, 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
1 week. Okay, yeah. Give it to me over a month, and we'll see where they're at.
I would venture.
NXT Level Up had 2 women's matches, and it's only a half-hour show.
I would venture that it would trend towards AEW. Is my feeling.
You don't watch NXT.
I do watch
NXT. NXT has at least 3 women's matches on it every week.
I've been watching NXT the last couple weeks. It's on in the studio.
Okay.
Here.
Also, factor in how much of those AEW women's matches are in a commercial break.
Are in a commercial break.
Yeah, where you can't see the match or hear anything about the match.
That's like every match. It goes
exactly.
What? I don't know.
Exactly my point.
What are we exacting? I don't know what the point is.
Show a whole match without a commercial break on AEW, just for once.
WWE doesn't?
No, they don't.
What? I don't know what we're talking about.
Never mind.
I really don't know what we're talking about.
It's 3 minutes of a match, commercial break, 2 minutes of a finish, and then new segment. Every single week.
I don't think that's true.
Week.
I watch it. I don't think that's true. So
it is.
Okay.
It
anyways,
is every week.
All right. What else is there from Raw tonight?
Raw. Ooh. There was other stuff on Raw. I'm trying to think of what else.
And hey, let me roll back because I do. There was the Rodriguez angle that happened tonight too. So you're right. There was a little bit more women's stuff tonight. So
wait, what Rodriguez angle?
Raquel Rodriguez. came out. Rodriguez? Yes. Gonzalez? No.
Wait, she was on Raw tonight? Did I miss that?
Or am I mixing that up with
No,
SmackDown?
you're mixing that up with SmackDown.
No. What? No.
Bailey fought Raquel on SmackDown.
I swear she came out tonight.
No.
Okay.
No,
Maybe.
Bailey came out. Bailey
When did
fought
I
her
watch
on SmackDown.
I watched SmackDown like yesterday.
Yeah, Bailey fought her on SmackDown.
All right.
If Braun wasn't on the show, Raquel probably wasn't on the show. Put it that way. Couples in professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah, there she is on SmackDown. Wow, why am I... Well, everything's playing together and nothing makes sense.
Well,
I'm in a great state.
I think you're conflating it because Bailey was on SmackDown and she's normally not on SmackDown.
I swore I saw her. Okay.
Pretty sure she wasn't on.
Anywho.
Yeah.
No, Extreme Rules, though, looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'm
excited
another
for
fucking Saturday pay-per-view, which means I'm never going to see any of these live.
They're all Saturdays.
They're all Saturdays. I'm not going to see
They're
Survivor.
all Saturdays.
I'm not going to watch Survivor Series either. Every time there's a WWE show, I'm doing an MMA show. Is the trend right now, right? For the rest of the year, I think. Other than, what day is Crown Jewel? On the 5th? I'm actually not booked on the 5th yet.
And that one's probably going to be an afternoon show.
No, it's going to be a morning show.
That's true.
Like
it's probably a nooner.
I feel like it was noon or like 10 or something like that. The last time they did one of those, it's been a while. But anyways, anything else? Anything else, good sir? Anything you watched? We gotta spoil something.
Oh,
we gotta spoil the crime movie.
Oh yeah, Clerks 3, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, anything else we want to get out of the way before everybody needs to run away?
By means of Raw? No, I think we pretty much well covered everything.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting things coming up there. Looking forward to it. So let's get into the spoilery section of the show. And I'm going to tell you about 3,000 Years of Longing. Oh, no, Clerks 3. I watched that, too. And I watched Prey, by the way.
How was that?
That was wonderful. Did you watch Legion?
I watched the first season. I didn't get into it.
Okay, do you remember the girl that was inside the professor? The badass girl that was inside the professor. They would separate and she'd kick ass and all that kind of stuff,
Vaguely.
Right? She's the star
the main
of
thing.
this.
The main thing I remember about that is Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, that's true. So that's why, because I'm watching, I'm like, why am I thinking Aubrey Plaza? But I know this isn't Aubrey Plaza. And I was like, oh, because she was in the same show as Aubrey Plaza. Okay. Because there was like a weird, she kind of got that, she's got a little bit of that vibe, especially in this movie. So she is, so Prey is actually a Predator movie. Mm-hmm. They hid that until very recently. It's in the, I think, late 1700s, and it's a Native American tribe, and a predator comes down, and it's like fighting bears and shit, and then it finds them, and and there's a part where you get the French fur traders, it's a Predator movie. But no, it's a very good. This is probably and I've actually relatively enjoyed the Predator movies since the original Alien vs. Predator, which was like, and the rest were okay. Also, I went and watched the first 10 minutes of Predator 2, and I could not get past it. That was wild. Back in like the early 90s when they said like, oh, in like 5 years there's going to be gang wars that are just going to be absolutely ridiculous. This was the absolutely ridiculous, like part RoboCop kind of thing, right? Anyways, I didn't even get to see a Predator yet. But anyways, so that was very good. There's another movie I saw this week that was not Clerks. I swear it was another movie. But anyways, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, Get Out.
Wow. Spoilers from a house. Oh, Tina's right. Hold on, we forgot something. We forgot Ms. TV.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love Dexter Lumis so much. Speaking of Get Out, Miz had his own Get Out moment. When Miz had to get the fuck out of the ring because Dexter Lumis used a knife to carve through the carpet of Miz.
That was great. So good.
they're dragging this out for so long. I cannot wait until Halloween. The Halloween Raw is going to be something special. It really is.
It is. I'm looking forward to that. So anyways, back around.
Yes.
I watched Get Out. I've not been spoiled on Get Out.
You weren't spoiled?
I was never spoiled on Get Out. I had no idea what the conceit of this movie was going to be.
Oh my god, that must have been a mind fuck for you.
Oh yeah. Well, no, because I've watched Us and I've watched Nope. So like when they got to that point, I'm like, oh, this fucking makes sense, you know?
Okay.
It was like, oh, of course, you know. It started, it started kind of coming together. But I was like, yeah, no, it was really good. It was real fucking good. TSA guy is my fucking hero.
Normally, I do not like jump scares.
Okay.
Not because I'm scared of them, because I think it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
The jump scare in Us, in Get Out, is fantastic.
Which part are you talking about?
The deer in the beginning.
Oh, the deer. Dude, I ran into a deer yesterday. Did you see that?
No.
I rounded a corner, and there was just a big, 8-point buck, 20 feet from me, looking at me. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm in the city. Walking a trail on Mount Washington, and I'm towards the end of it, so I'm, wiped on this thing, right? It's like a 2.5 mile, half of it's up the mountain kind of shit. And he was just looking at me. I was like, I had my own Get Out moment. Not the rest of it.
Was he a young buck?
Oh. No, he looked at me. You know what I said, Mike? Mike, you know what he said? You know what he said?
Cake party!
No, Mike, you know what he said? I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. And then he ran off.
With a can of seltzer in his hand.
And I was like, that was fucking weird. Where'd he get those muffins from?
And then he told you.
Then he wouldn't shut up about them. And is running off in the woods. Jeez.
He kept saying something about a cult.
Yeah, so personality. All right. Anyways, no, Get Out was fantastic.
A cult of personality.
I think I've now seen all three of the. I think I've seen the Jordan Peele trilogy of scariness now. Because I know he's produced some other stuff, but
I still need to see Nope.
Oof.
I haven't.
You're gonna love. What do you think Nope is?
There. As far as from what I can tell, they're trying to capture footage that aliens exist, and then they get captured by aliens themselves.
What do you think it really is?
Oh,
you know it's never what the thing presents.
Yeah, no.
Think about this. You've seen
I'm not
Us.
even trying to think. I'm not even trying to think of it.
No.
Because honestly, the more I thought about Us, the less I liked it.
Okay. About how what it ended up being.
Because you know me.
Yes.
I find holes.
Come on.
But I'm saying if you read just more than skin deep into Us, it's Swiss cheese.
I think I don't know if I 100% understood Us.
Yeah.
So that's wait, so they're what? So they're this and they're the what, it didn't. I had trouble grokking what it was. Is it
because the more you think about it, the less it makes sense.
Were they clones or were they? It's been a while since I watched it. I'm trying to remember. But basically they duplicated everybody, right? But they were the bad parts of them. Kinda something like that. I don't know.
Kinda, but not really.
Okay.
But also a lot of it doesn't make sense.
What is that?
What happens to those people when the people in the above world are in cars? Do they just move super fast? No, they fucking don't. A lot of it doesn't make sense.
Okay. I need to reevaluate that one. But anyways, also I really think a lot of times horror movies are we want this happen, and then we'll fill in the gaps on what the story is. I feel like that's most horror movies.
The performances in every Jordan Peele movie I've seen are
fantastic. Yes,
the performances are fantastic. By the way, TSA guy Sorg, who you loved in Get Out. If you want something for a plane ride, on Hulu. The Vacation Friends.
Yeah, that actually came up. It came up after Prey, and I was like, I need to download this for the plane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorg.
Yes.
That is a fun movie.
I got like.
Oh my word, that is a.
I got a lot of plane rides in the next couple weeks, so.
That is a fun movie. I 10,000% recommend.
All right, yeah. Though it's been on my to-do, so it's definitely been on my radar. But I was getting through Prey. I was getting through Get Out. I was been rewatching parts of Mallrats and Clerks 1 and 2 and stuff like that. So Clerks 3.
Oh, and also Sorg. I found out next month on Disney Plus. Do you know what's coming to Disney Plus? MTV Spider-Man.
Ooh, Neil Patrick Harris action.
Yeah, Lisa Loeb action.
I'm really worried it's not going to hold up.
Lord love a Lisa Loeb.
I'm really worried it's not going to hold up.
I've watched it fairly recently.
Okay, it does?
Watched it fairly recently. The animation is a little wonky if you get past it. The stories are
that was like early CG.
The stories are there, though. And it also connects to the Daredevil universe.
I need to see this. Wendell and Wild, Tina is saying.
Wendell and Wild.
It's a collaboration between the director of Nightmare Before Christmas and Jordan Peele's producer. So, I need to talk about, maybe this will happen tomorrow before we get to the Clerks spoilers, because I feel like we haven't really spoiled anything.
No, we haven't.
Except for us, and honestly, we didn't understand it either. I got to hang out with Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express this weekend a little bit.
I saw this.
I gotta talk to you about this. So I roll up, and I wanted to get there early because I haven't been to RWA for like probably 4 months, right? I'm busy, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Shout out to Wheels in the chat room.
Yeah, he is in the chat room. It's good to see him. Good to see everybody. And I might be back in December. I think maybe. Anyways, by the way, so we pull up, and we're at this garage door, and there's Feel Bad, and they're like, oh, Ricky Morton's just hanging out here. I was like, okay, at like freaking 2:00 before the show. And he was like, I guess he drove up. His plane got canceled. His flight got canceled. So he drove 7 hours from Bristol, Tennessee. Oof.
Gotta make them towns, brother.
Gotta make those towns, brother.
Gotta make them towns.
So drove him in my definitely needed to be cleaned car. Note to self: if you work around the wrestling business, make sure you regularly clean your car because you never know if you're going to have a wrestling legend in it. Also, I've now given rides to both Ricky Morton and comic books Mark Waid in that car. And I'm sure there's somebody else that we've had on. But anyways, what a weird fucking life I have that these are sentences I can say. But anyways, so I just took him across town because the only thing to eat, as with all especially dilapidated post-mining towns, is a Subway. And I'm sitting there, and he sticks his head out. I was like, hey, it's gonna be a while. This guy's slow as hell. There's like 4 people in front of me. I'm like, okay. And I was like, we were gone for like 45 minutes. It was mostly, thankfully, this Subway is beside a river, and I'm just kind of chilling. And he gets out, and I was like, no, there's literally just 4 people in front of me the entire time. And that's how long it took. Was like a half an hour to get his sandwich. Yeah. So we do that, and I'm like, this is crazy. I got to ask for a picture, right? And we basically, it was a short trip across town, so it was not like we got the bullshit a whole bunch. But I was like, hey man, you mind if I get a picture? I've been doing this like a decade, and I just don't get selfies with anybody. I'm always too freaking busy, and it's not every day I get to hang out with my Rock and Roll Express. So he's like, yeah man, it's not a problem. And he said something about he's got like an autographed picture with Andre the Giant. And I guess Gibson was like, where'd you get that? And he's like, I got that while you were calling me a fucking mark. So, but yeah, like typical, like pretty much Rock and Roll Express are pretty much what you expect.
Oh yeah, I
they were fantastic.
Doesn't seem like they present anything other than exactly what you think it would be.
Wheel says F that Subway. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was my Ricky Morton experience. And then they won the tag team championships, Mike.
Of course they did.
So they'll be back next month.
In the year of our Lord 2022.
Yes.
Rock and Roll Express still winning tag team.
I got a message like, hey, can we get a clip because we didn't get a promo with the belts? So I was like, okay. And I put it out, and I literally just put Rock and Roll Express win tag team championship in 2022.
Yep.
It's the title on YouTube right now.
That's all you need to hear.
I'm just like, that's the headline. That's the headline. And actually,
why bury the lead?
Actually, that should be somebody's headline. So, Carlins. Clerks 3.
Yes.
You went. Chachi had to go Tuesday, not on his birthday, because we had 2 chances to see it here in the Pittsburgh area. One was during these shows on Tuesdays, so I didn't do that. He couldn't get off for his birthday of all things. So I took the Riz, who's barely watched Clerks. Okay. This was a fucking heart wrencher.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was. I warned you.
Oh my. Yeah.
I warned you.
Boo.
Ugly cry.
Now
ugly laugh.
Ugly. Yeah.
But also ugly cry.
It was, man. I'm really glad there was a feature played afterwards. So everybody could just sit there and collect themselves, because you're just like, I can't. And there's people like the theater was. I was actually impressed. Like the theater was relatively full too. It was a modest sized theater. It wasn't on the. I thought it was going to be on like the small screen for this. But no, it was a modest size for this. As far as it wasn't the giant IMAX or anything like that, or one of the big theaters that had separate comfy seating from back in the day when the theater actually had stuff. But no, it was pretty cool. And pretty full. It was a little. It was like it's like, oh wow, we're just kind of making Clerks again, aren't we?
Well,
but it was also like, well, yeah, there's a little bit of like you have to accept, and the same thing with Jay and Silent Bob. You have to accept how self-referential these movies are, because that's who they're for, is you that know these things, kind of thing.
I think it's kind of, and I may get a little too heady, and I apologize because I've been thinking about this movie a lot. It's kind of like if you rewrite your autobiography 20 years after the fact, and you have different life experiences, and you take those life experiences and you amend some things. Like if you realize, if you think you're one character in your own story, but you realize you're the other character in the story. So when I went to go see Clerks 3, afterwards there was a Q&A where Kevin Smith talked for about 45 minutes or so, just like answering questions, talking about the movie.
As he does. And it was fantastic. By the way, if the convenience store is in your town, I highly recommend it. Excuse me. Absolutely recommend it. Great time. But Kevin Smith was talking about, like, when he wrote the original Clerks, he envisioned himself as Randall. That's why Randall has all the best jokes. He was going to play Randall, and then he realized he didn't want to memorize all that dialogue. So they got someone else. And he, but that's how he wrote the movie. And then as you watch, like, over Clerks 2 and Clerks 3, you realize Kevin Smith is now identifying more as Dante. And in this movie especially, because in Clerks 3, like in Clerks 2, Randall's a dick, but he's not like all the way a dick. In Clerks 3, Randall's pretty much an asshole. Like almost through and through, all the way till the end of the movie. He feels like somebody's owed him because of what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
And then the whole thing is, the tragedy that happened to Dante. And it's just like, so there's that little bit of like, well, we all fucking suffered here. You know what I mean? You're not special because you also suffered, which is also, I think, a very interesting play on things. I mean, that could hit on social media, I mean, how many people are like talking about how horrible things are for them, on social media, and then like, it's like, hey man, we're all fucking over here.
But see, at the same time, there's two different ways of looking at that.
Absolutely.
You can be like Randall in the movie, who is only acknowledging his own pain and no one else's, and is forcing everyone to cater to him because he had this traumatic, life-altering experience. Or you could be like Dante, who has also had this traumatic, life-altering experience and is still processing it for a majority of the movie.
And has been. We find out for what 16 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and has been for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But he still will put aside his own processing, his own grief, to help his friend who is also going through a traumatic life experience.
Until it slaps him in the face.
Until like everyone got a breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has one, and this, I don't think this is a spoiler at all, because there's a scene in the original Clerks where Randall screams, "Ah, fuck you, pal," and it's where Dante and Randall have a fight right before the end of the movie. They're doing the same scene
mm-hmm.
in this movie of convenience. Only it's Dante that blows up. And it's Dante that blows up in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And not for a movie. And he just loses it. And it's so, like, tragically beautiful. Like, it like, you have to really be a Kevin Smithophile to get a lot of the in-jokes
mm-hmm.
in this. Like, even down to, like... Because, I mean...
they do play along a bit, though.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've observed with having risen here. You know, they showed the clips when they showed, like, the people on the scenes when they were reenacting the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that the feature talked about how, and I'm sure you got this more in person, but how it was they found all of the customers who were not actors, who were just people from the neighborhood, but they tracked them all down to redo the scenes.
Yeah. So Kevin Smith told a story about that where there was one person they couldn't find. They couldn't find the roofer. They could not find the roofer, and they're like, "Ah, man!" And they're about to give up. And this one kid comes into the store when they're filming, and he's like, "Hey, you're the movie guy. My dad talks about you all the time." And he's like, "Wait, who's your dad?" And he tells him the name of the guy. He's like, "That's your fucking dad? We've been looking for him." He's like, "Would he want to be in the movie?" He's like, "Fuck yeah." He talks about the movie all the time. And Kevin Smith is like, "Do you want to be in the movie too?" He's like, "Absolutely, I fucking want to be in the movie." So the scene in Clerks 3 where it's the father and son,
mm-hmm.
that is the real father and son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
and
awesome.
It's fucking magic.
That's amazing.
Like, yeah.
Like all of that. Yeah, no, absolutely. All of that's. I want something where you just interview, because like they were going through that, and I'm just like, so there's just been these people that like are not like actors. They're literally just people they got like literally off the street, you know, and probably did not pursue acting, but have gone on with their lives. But they just have I was in that movie that one time, you know, Kevin Smith, you know, like that, like, you know, it's like the rest was like, yeah, and I remember filming Britt Baker's first match, and now look at her, kind of thing, like that kind of thing. And these people, like, I want to talk to them, and I feel like somebody probably did in the process of this. I'll probably be on the DVD release.
The Julie's gum guy was at the tour when we went.
Oh yeah, it's got to be like stuff like that, right? You know?
Yeah, it was so. Because we got photos with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent it to my buddy. He's like, "Who's that guy in the corner?" I'm like, "It's Julie's." Like, he doesn't have a name. He's just Julie's. Like, he's the Julie's gum guy. Okay. Why was he there?
I love it.
He probably lives in New York.
Yeah, probably. No, that's really cool. That's really cool. It's a nice. It's crazy that he's able to do that, you know, and have this world that he created, and it grew with him, right?
Yeah.
And you know, that was nice. That was nice.
And honestly, you know, I'm a big Kevin Smith. Like, I read his fucking book. I watch all of his documentaries. I listen to his podcast, all that stuff. If you want like the full Avengers Endgame experience of this, you can buy Clerks: The 10th Anniversary on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole documentary on there about the making of Clerks.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see stuff pulled from real life that happened
mm-hmm.
that was put into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's weird because, like, so the part with the cat shitting in the litter box, because they filmed the original Clerks on film, they only have one shot at it. And so they had like 5 minutes of film for the cat. And the cat was a red light performer. and pooped on command, basically. And they did that in Clerks 3. I'm like, oh, that's the thing. That's the thing from the thing.
That's great.
But like, there's so many little in jokes and in references like that. Like I can't wait to buy the Blu-ray of this and to kind of give myself like a triple feature, like Clerks, the making of Clerks, and then Clerks 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna be
awesome.
Real interesting and wild.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. What an experience. What an experience. No, yeah, I was really happy with it. And again, the big turn at the end, tragic ending at the end. I guess we'll leave on that, kind of thing. Like that, destroyed. Destroyed.
As someone who recently lost his second parent.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got me real good. It's getting me a little bit right now.
Mm-hmm.
But, it hits you more than not the opening of Up, but the end of Inside Out.
Mike, I still cry at the end of Avengers Endgame.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Sometimes when I got it on, because I just put Marvel movies on when I just need something to fall asleep to. Sometimes that gummies hit me, and they're playing whatever that fucking song is when they're on the lakeside. What? No. Yeah, that too. That too. Hell, I cry during the exit credits when they're doing the prestige, Avengers crawl with the signatures and everything. I'm still crying. I'm still crying the whole time. And no, it hits hard. I think I cried. I think it happened shortly after I had a loss, so it hit fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, and unfortunately, I think I am now tethered to that feeling when I see that sequence.
The last movie in theaters I saw with my dad before he passed away is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So I sometimes just skip the opening of that movie.
So I
sometimes just skip right to the part where he's singing into a monster.
Maybe you shouldn't play Guardians of the Galaxy the game, because I just finished that, and that also gets really heavy. That gets really heavy. Okay. And
Sorg, I finished Miles Morales.
Okay.
Miles Morales is heavy.
Oh no.
Heavy like you fucking read about. Like Superman in All-Star Superman lifting 10,000 times more than he's ever lifted
Dude,
before.
as much as you would love the Guardians of the Galaxy's movies for what they are, I am we're going to talk about this on the Awesome Cast we're going to record for next week. A little more at length. It is everything you love about the movies. They play more up. You see a tighter bond amongst amongst the crew. Plus, they're reaching in these other things. It's not like there's a lot of random stuff where you're like, I kind of heard of this character kind of thing. Like
I have the game. I have.
Oh, you do have the game.
I have the game. I got it when I got my PS5. I have not played it.
I can't wait for you to do a playthrough and let me know about this. But there is there's a lot of stuff with the mom.
All right, you're giving me kind of a reason to.
It is. Guardians of the Galaxy is the best story-based game I have ever played.
Wow.
Ever played.
Okay. Have you played the Miles Morales?
No, I haven't. Well, I can't. I think it just came out on PC or something, right? So, no, but I would love to.
I don't think Miles is on PC. I think Spider-Man.
Just the regular Spider-Man. Yeah, no, I don't, and I'm not.
Okay.
Running out to get. I have plenty to play.
Okay.
In fact,
that's fair.
In fact, I didn't realize I wasn't very far in Gears 5, and I think I need to jump into that. And plus, I have a Series S, which I think that means I get Batista in it. I'm not sure.
Maybe New Day.
I already have New Day. I was given New Day. I was given New Day on Game Pass.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I got. You know how many times I went to buy something and Game Pass already gave it to me? Shredder's Revenge, New Day, and Gears of War. I was like, all right. So,
have you gotten the Cowabunga collection?
Yes, I did purchase the Cowabunga collection. Yes, online play is not very good. It's
I haven't
very,
tried it yet.
very sketchy on Xbox, but it's also was like the first week. But yes, I have played a little bit of everything. I was playing Follow the Foot Clan for a while, and I'm pretty sure I played that before. I have a nice save point right before the dam in the first game. So because I have never beaten that game. I probably have only a handful of times gotten to level 4 on that game.
In Follow the Foot Clan?
Yeah, no, in the original Ninja Turtles. No, Follow the Foot Clan.
Oh God!
Follow the Foot Clan is one of those things where you beat the game on the car ride home.
I used to always fall short at After Shredder.
I borrowed it from somebody and beat it. Like I know that. So, but I never played the other two. And playing Tournament Fighters, and really they're all bullshit except for the Super Nintendo one, from what I could tell. But because I had never played Tournament Fighters actually. So no, I'm really happy with that. It felt a little $40 felt a little much for it, but it is like 13 games. But they're it is what it is. No, I'm pretty happy with it though for the most part. It's just nice to hop into that. I have that, and I have the Contra collection they put out a while ago too.
Sorg. I'm just retweeting new stable coming for the Bloodline on Friday. It's the rabbit from Firefly Funhouse, the bunny that was with Adam Rose, and Bad Bunny.
Yes.
That's the new stable.
Make it so. All right, Mike. On that point, we should wrap this up.
We should.
Got a bit of a day ahead of me tomorrow. I got for the next month and a half. At this point, Mike.
Programming note: we will not be doing this show next week.
No, between time zones and things like that, I cannot fathom how we can. If Mike, if I mean, I'm not to say. I mean, I am in a time zone, so it's technically earlier. You may get a message, depending.
Hey, I'll still be watching Raw, so.
Okay.
So and who knows? At some point, I assume before we get to Boston, it's going to be boss time.
You would think. I will be in Fremont, California this weekend. If there's any Bay Area professional wrestling happening, please let me know. I'm interested.
That happened tonight.
Okay. Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to be checking out. I want to go see the Apple mothership. Because I'll be coming into San Jose and working at the Tesla plant this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that, and maybe I'll go with Mountain View and pose with an Android. Should I bring my Android phone? I do have an Android phone. I got a couple Android devices, but anyways, with my iPhone, I'll take my picture on the Google campus.
Take a picture of your Android with your iPhone.
There you go.
And take a picture of your iPhone with your Android.
No, because the picture's shitty on my Android.
No, but that's the point.
It's a very old Android. Like I got like a Nexus 7. I got like an S8 Samsung Galaxy, I think.
Oh, and Sorg, I think by the next time we do this, She-Hulk will be over, so we'll have to talk about all the rest of She-Hulk.
And I will be in San Diego early next week visiting friend of the show Veronica and some other friends that are down there that moved this year. And where else are we going to be? Tucson, Arizona. Have not found wrestling there yet. Still looking. And then I'll be up your way in a couple weeks doing an MMA show on Long Island. I'll say it right this time. And let's see what else is happening. We got Michigan.
Oh, and I'm also going to try and see. Apparently, there's going to be a wrestling ring set up at New York Comic Con.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, but I know Britt Baker's going to be there.
Oh.
So I'm going to try and meet Britt Baker if I can.
Okay, drop my name.
I will.
You might get a free hug. I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. I'll throw it out.
I don't know if my hugging status extends to the co-host.
I mean, if it does, if it does or it does, I'm gonna wear a The Party shirt. So
okay. No, you're seeing. Just because you're seeing Britt Baker doesn't mean you're de facto meeting Adam Cole.
No, I know, but I want to let her know that I support.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably wear my Adam Cole and DeBebe shirt. It's a great shirt.
Well, hopefully I'll get a chance to see you while I'm in the area that weekend, sir. But also,
yeah, that weekend is Extreme Rules.
Oh shit, it is. Fucking A. Which is in Philly. But no, I'll be working.
But I mean, we can maybe watch it.
I don't know when. I don't know. No, I'm working during the show.
Yeah, I know. But
like my show is during there. Where?
I have a hotel in the city.
Oh well, that could be something. Well, we'll see, because I need to drive home and then drive to Michigan the next day. So
yes.
I don't know if I have much room for anything.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you everybody who's been hanging out with us, staying up all night with us. Mad Mike 483 on the Twitters, at Sorgatron. Stay tuned for Silk Stockings. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out. Oh, hey, the Rev Ron Hunt will be joining us tomorrow night on the show, but not Mad Mike. Bye. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.